Okay guys, so the video this week is a small coaching cue about bracing and how to correctly brace for heavy weights and heavy loads. So we talk a lot about this in the classes, but I think this is a good opportunity for us to educate everyone through a video format to really nail that brace, how we achieve it and what the aims are. So bracing is all about achieving intra-abdominal pressure. This is what we're trying to achieve. So a pressurized canister, okay, is more stable than a non-pressurized canister. If you think about a can of Coke without anything in it, if we were to load that can of Coke, put some weight on top of it, or if we were to kick it from the side, that can of Coke's going to morph and dent and break. The opposite is true if you have a full can of Coke, which is pressurized. If you were to load it, it's probably going to be sound and safe. Likewise, if we kick it to the side, it might have a dent on it, but it's going to be okay and intact. And this is your body. Your body is essentially the can of Coke. I've got two containers here to demonstrate. Okay, so imagine this is now your body. What we're trying to achieve is a small, highly pressurized container. If we create a big container, it takes more air and more pressure for us to create that brace. So this is something potentially that I've got wrong in the past as a coach, where I've cued people to create a big belly or a big breath of air, okay? And that confuses people because they think they're expanding their midline. Where what we actually want to do is contract the midline. So we want the midline to be small and highly pressurized, not big and not highly pressurized. So when we think about that brace, that can of Coke or those two containers, we're going to think about that is our midline, comprised of abs, obliques, and spinal erectors. We're trying to create that small container, but is completely full of air and very, very, very highly pressurized, creating that intra-abdominal pressure. So guys, we have Jackie T, 130 kid, as he's known now, best in the game at bracing, here to demonstrate how to correctly brace. And we're going to use the weight belt to help us explain what you're trying to achieve for that. We recommend one of these Harbinger weight belts. They create the same pressure and stability as a leather weightlifting belt does, but with all the functionality of that Velcro strap. Okay, that's a shout out to Harbinger. You can use whatever belt you want. So you could use one of those leather ones with the prongs. You could use the Velcro style material that we've got here. It doesn't matter. They all do the same thing, which is amplify the intra-abdominal pressure. So they make this greater. They amplify the pressure. What they don't do is protect your back or have any muscular interaction whatsoever. So a lot of people make a mistake of putting the weight belt on and they think that that's them protected and their back's protected. The weight belt only works if you pressurize your midline and create that pressure so that it is amplified by the belt. So do not just put the belt on and think that you're safe. So Jack's going to demonstrate how you do this correctly. So he's about to step up to a lift now. What he's going to do is he's going to contract his midline in. He's going to suck that in and tighten off the belt so it's really tight against him. What he's done there is he's created the small container with his midline. He's taken the big container, let's be honest, it's quite a big one for Jack, okay, and he's swapped it for the small container by contracting the belt. From there, he's going to take that sip of air, suck it in, and he's going to press it down. So you can see here the belt is it's making a noise because he's putting that much pressure into the belt that you can feel it almost trying to come undone. And if he's doing that correctly, maybe the Velcro might even pop off, I don't know, on a rubbish belt. Let's do one more, Jack. So he takes that breath, pushes the air down. Awesome. And that is how you create that really solid, pressurized, small container. Just watch Jack's stomach here as he presses it into the belt. That now creates that stability in that midline, and what we're going to do is check the stability by punching him in the stomach. No, I'm joking, I'm punching the stomach. Relax there. So if you head over to the barbell now, Jack, we'll start to look at how he creates that pressure for a lift. So, the barbell, okay, imagine Jack's about to do a big back squat, maybe he's got 250, 215 on that bar. He's set underneath, his belt is tight before he gets it out. From there, he takes the breath in, pushes that air down, creates that stable platform, he then lifts. Nothing changes. Wicked. And that's how he creates that brace. One more time, Jack. Breath in, squeeze down, squat. Awesome, relax there. So the belt, guys, is an amplifier of that intra-abdominal pressure. You might not always have a belt, or you might not want to wear a belt in a workout. You might not need that much pressure. So how does Jack create a brace through his midline without the belt? Okay, so he uses his ab wall, his obliques, and his spinal erectors at the back to create the container. So those muscles become his container. He then does the same routine and the same creation of pressure. So he contracts in. This was like him tightening the belt. He then takes that breath, squeezes the air down without losing the tension on his abs. So let's go again, Jack. Relax, completely relax, completely relax. Cool. So he squeezes in. Good. Takes that up breath, keeps the tension in his abs, pushes the air down. Wicked. Now he's got that nice solid midline again, and he might be able to use that, for example, a heavy lift during a workout, or he might be able to, might need to use that for deadlifting or whatever. The brace is still intact, so he has a nice brace midline, but he doesn't need the belt to create the brace. He can create a brace without it, and lots of good lifters lift without a belt. You don't need one, but you're still doing the same thing.